Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Etrian Odyssey 4, Legends of the Titan. So I was an idiot last episode, and I didn't know that that it was right here. That the story progress is right here. You spot a skyship with a dull green sail near the stone monument at the northern ravine. You haven't seen it before you've seen it before at the gates of Tharsis. It can only be Whirlwind Skyship. You maneuver the E on an approach vector, but just then, something happens in the ravine. The clouds permeating the valley before you disappear. While you clash with the boiling lizard, Whirlwind must have found the stone tablet and stashed it away. The green skyship vanishes into the northern skies. Anyway, let's just follow him. And let's head north through the ravine. Fourth Lands, Cloudy Stronghold. A kingdom of collapsed ideals. When you pass through the ravine into the northern skies, you see unfamiliar skyships in the air. The cannons equipped on those black skyships would seem to mark them as vessels of war. A man clad in armor appears on the nearest skyship and hails you. Be warned that you are approaching Imperial territory. We were told of you and that you will be coming to this land. An explanation for our esteemed knight's actions and a proposal for a peaceful resolution are being prepared. We would invite your lord, the Outland Count of Tharsis, to attend the parley in person. He asked you to bring the Count of Tharsis to a specified labyrinth. You will not force your way through the blockade without a fight, and you do not judge it to be a winning one. Oh. Fine. We'll just go back. Luckily, the geomagnetic pole's right here, so we can just go back to town whenever. Mark Grand Court. So the Sentinel's disease has been treated. Well done, everyone. Something new has come up. Whirlwind made off with the medium. Surely you jest. And these battleships that were part of an empire you encountered. Isn't this joke going a bit far? This, oh dear. How did this happen? I must know the details. Please, omit nothing when turning in your mission report. And we can turn in the mission right now. I see. It sounds as if disaster has struck, and the situation is still in flux. Quit sneezing so loud, Dad.
Sorry.
And the situation is still in flux. I understand now. There's no guessing at why he has so recklessly kidnapped the medium, but we cannot idly dismiss this problem. Tharsis will make every effort to recover her, and I hope that you too will continue to stand with us. Kibagami, who had been standing in the corner of the room, speaks up. Human leader, we owe the medium a deep debt. We Sentinels pledge our strength in taking the medium back. BATG Guild, I entrust this battle goblet to you. Whenever you wish, you may call upon my Bushi to be your sword and cut through whatever obstacles you face. This Bushi script will help you to train. If you wish to do so, speak to the Sentinel warrior at the bar. We got this. And this. And Bushi can now be registered at the Explorers Guild. And BATG, I must insist that you add me to your guild as well. I want to help the medium as much as anyone else. Please, I beg you. Do we do it? Sure, let's do it. 10,000 that's huge. For you to make such an offer, even with your village in such a terrible state, I thank you, Sir Kibagami. Though this empire with a fleet of skyships troubles me, I expect that Whirlwind is connected to the empire somehow. I will, of course, be meeting with them. All I ask of you is that you escort me along the way. In fact, why don't I make that an official mission? I do hope you'll be the ones to accept it. Let's accept it. The self-styled empire that has kidnapped the medium would like to meet with me. Please act as my escorts on the journey. This mission will involve escorting me to the specified rendezvous point with the empire. From what you've told me, the meeting will be held in the Cloudy Stronghold. It will be best to head there first. This is a vital step in reclaiming the medium and the Titan's heart. Success is paramount. Alright. But before we do that, we're gonna set Dylan's subclass as Bushi. Nice. And now that Dylan has more skill points, let's do this. First, Blood Surge. You know what? Let's actually max out Blood Surge. And then Endure. And then get Deep Breath. And now, let's go to the Sacred Mountains. Oh. Hello there, BATG. The Outland Count wanted some improvements done to the E, so that's done. Pleased to tell you that the old girl can take as many as 4 attachments now. The Count's already aboard. If you're ready, it's time we gotta move on. What? Didn't the Count tell you? I'll be along for a ride to see these Empire folks. Not as a bodyguard or ambassador, exactly. Don't you worry too much about it. Must say, it's been a while since I got to go up in the clouds. But all eyes are on you now, BATG. Skyship can now equip 4 items. Huge! Nope. We're going to the Sacred Mountains. Third land, Sacred Mountains. And now, let's go head north through the ravine. And to the Cloudy Stronghold. Wow. You see an Imperial skyship ahead. Judging from its imposing presence, your actions in this land will be severely restricted. You should make for the specified labyrinth at once. Damn. Really? We can't even hit the geomagnetic pole. Your skyship takes the Count to the edifice specified as the meeting point. The building looks old, but solidly constructed. A simple Imperial skyship is moored near it. If you are prepared for your meeting with the Empire, then land your skyship and step inside. We discovered a new cave, South Sanctuary. Let's do it. South Sanctuary, a spark enkindling faint hopes. Music. You step into the South Sanctuary, where the meeting is due to take place with the Outland Count. Near the entrance, Imperial soldiers have been posted to keep monsters away from the summit. I'll stay with your skyship so she's ready to go on a moment's notice, so don't you be worried about that. Is this an Imperial structure? Or do you think it looks like a library or something of the sort? Well then, the time has come. Forward, everyone. Wow. It is a library. Ooh. Past the open door stands a man whose face is familiar to you. His hair is slicked back and his stare is pointed, but it is unmistakably still Whirlwind. You notice that his usual leather armor has been shed for cold steel armor befitting an Imperial knight. Just as he finishes making the formal greeting, a young man emerges from a room further in. I thank you for meeting with me this day, Outland Count. I am Baldur, son and representative of Emperor Elfodr. I am gladdened to my heart's core to be reunited with fellow humans. The Imperial Prince's carriage is dignified and aloof. He and the Count exchange brief pleasantries, but the official talks will take place in private. Don't worry, the Count reassures you. Margarita won't let anything happen. The dog barks happily. I know you must have questions as well. I suggest that you speak to Whirlwind while I am indisposed. The Count smiles. You haven't fought yet. Not this episode. That's my sister. The Count smiles dauntlessly and walks into the next room.
Yeah, I'm the main damage dealer. Yeah.
You are left alone in the room with Whirlwind. He looks at you expressionlessly. He seems to bear no rancor towards you, at least. What will you ask him? What the Empire is? The Empire is descended from the humans who once lived at the foot of Yggdrasil, Whirlwind says calmly. It was our ancestors who created the vessels and sentinels. After an accident at Yggdrasil, most of us, save for a few, evacuated north, beyond this cloudy stronghold. That is the truth behind the battle for the Holy Tree, passed down through the vessel's legend. We are the humans they tell of who ran from the Titan. That must have been how it seemed to them. His delivery of the explanation is matter-of-fact and detached. Let's ask him who he is. My true name is Logre. My bloodline has served the Emperor for generations as Imperial Knights. About 10 years ago, I was given a mission to go beyond the barrier, that wall of clouds in the ravine, but my skyship crashed within view of Tharsis. Ever since, I've posed as a wandering explorer and waited for the right opportunity. Alright, Mr. Logre, I knew you were evil from the start. The medium's fate. She's safe. She should still be resting in the echoing library to the north as our guest. The Sentinel's legend has it that the vessels took the Titan's soul back with them. But what they refer to by this is the medium herself. Bringing the Titan's soul back to the Empire was one of my tasks. I didn't think it would take that form, though. We have no intention of harming the girl, but she will remain in our custody until we are done with her. And we can re-ask him the questions, but nope. Over 100 years ago, the Empire was faced with a dilemma that we need Yggdrasil's power to solve. To harness it, we'll need the Titan's heart, its soul, and its crown. The vessels had the soul, the heart was with the Sentinels, and the crown was an heirloom of the Count's. The crown was easy to get, since the Count didn't know its value. The heart and soul weren't so simple. At first, I thought of simply taking the medium away, but then my cover in Tharsis would have been blown. So I kept a low profile until the heart was found. With both gathered in the same place, I made my move. A pained expression flickers on his face as he tells you this. How he responds. Rebuke him. Your anger and distrust are only natural, since I did betray you. I could have been entirely open and possibly had the willing help of the Count of Vessels and the Sentinels. But the Empire's problem was nearing a crisis point, and I could not fail. So I made sure I was holding all the cards before opening negotiations, knowing full well how it would look. Right now, His Imperial Highness is in there, explaining to the Count how necessary Yggdrasil's power is to us. Once the crisis has passed, we will return the heart, and of course, the medium will be free to... Just then, the door bursts open, interrupting Whirlwind's speech. The Count comes out alone, utterly enraged. His face is red and his lips are drawn into a tight line. Not long afterward, the Imperial Prince appears from the next room and addresses the Count. Outland Count, is our dream of utopia truly so difficult to understand? If you are a leader of men, then you must consider what is most beneficial to Tharsis as well. We are both humans who share an ancestry, What else can we do but join hands? The Count's response is heated and stern. And you think this is worth sacrificing the medium, slaughtering the vessels and the sentinels? Your project is loathsome to me. What worth is there on the utopia built on a mountain of corpses? Roland's eyes widen at hearing this, and he turns toward his lord. But the Imperial Prince does not answer, and only gazes quietly at the Count. It seems further explanation is due. I cannot yet let you leave in this state. Logre, detain the Outland Count. I leave the handling of his escort to your discretion. There is a moment of hesitation before Roland, or rather the Imperial Knight Logre, draws his giant sword. The blade begins to emit a mechanical whir. Logre approaches the Count. You step quickly between the two. Oh god, we're fighting Whirlwind now. Oh god. That's badass. What's this? Eagle Eye. Oh god, that did damage. That did some serious damage. Oh god. And Strike Guard. I'll just do Trick Samba while Dylan heals himself. And Antonio will lock on. Ha ha ha! Nice. Alright, now it's just time to go ham. Let's do this. Silver Arrow. Ah, oh god. Nasty. Ugh. And Heal Lily. Silver Arrow. Nice. Nice. Oh, Lily's dead. But it's okay. We can just revive her. Oh, and he just ran. Logre just ran. Logre swings his signature sword, putting distance between himself and your party before speaking sternly. I'm sorry, but the situation has changed. I have nothing else to say to you now. But if you're worried for the medium, come to the Echoing Library. If you think you're right, try and stop us. Remember though, the next time we meet, I won't hold back like this. With that, Logre withdraws from the labyrinth. It seems the Imperial Prince has retreated as well. Nicely done. The Prince gave me a general outline of the plan, but based on what little I heard, I can never agree to it. It involves sacrificing the vessels, the sentinels, and the medium to save their wretched empire. We must put a stop to this. But we can discuss this further once we're back home. Let's be gone from here. Alright. Let's just go back. What? You... Okay, game. Be like that. I was gonna try and go to the geomagnetic pole here, but it seems that is not That's not what's gonna happen. Ah, Thassus. My sweet home again. Things are about to get more hectic, I suspect. Once you're settled back in, come to the Grand Court. We can discuss what must be done as well as your reward. I got a thing or two to tell you about the skyship too. I'll be by the Grand Court for that later. We can hash it out then. With that, the Outland Count and the Wharf Master disembark from the E. I'm still mad. Like, Logre just killed Lily and then dipped. And with the same moves she uses too. Alas, the Empire. This is not how I hoped our reunion with the builders of the skyships would go. And Whirlwind, I couldn't believe my ears when you told me he kidnapped the medium. I'm curious to know his motivations, but whatever they are, the medium must be rescued. Oh, that was the easiest mission in the entire game. Ah, Guild BATG. I wanted to sort through our findings before letting you in on what we know now. Now, the biggest problem they face is that the land they live on is dilapidated, that such crops will barely grow. The crisis the Empire faces is one of extinction, and so they wish to purify the land with Yggdrasil's power. Their ancestors made Yggdrasil, you know. Purifying their land seems to be something man has had to do before. To harness Yggdrasil's power, they need a gem called the Titan's Heart and the Titan's Soul, the medium. It also seems that the headpiece I gave Whirlwind for his hard work is known as the Titan's Crown. I had wondered what sparked his interest in our family heirloom. When he found the iridescent ore could be used as skyship fuel, I gave it to him for meritorious service. The Count seems highly embarrassed by this revelation. He coughs exaggeratedly and emphasizes that great casualties will result if Yggdrasil's power is brought to bear. If Yggdrasil's power is unleashed at all, the land will be purified, but all races nearby will be wiped out. The Titan's curse you saw afflicting the Sentinels will become a wide-ranging plague. That illness was a side effect caused by Yggdrasil's power purifying the earth. You remark that Whirlwind's view of the situation seems slightly at odds with the Imperial Prince's. You know, I dare say you are correct. Where does that discrepancy come from? Is there something between Whirlwind and the Imperial Prince that we don't know of? We're uncertain how long the Wharf Master has been listening in, but he suddenly barges into the discussion. Are you pretty much done here? It's not like I was twiddling my thumbs while you and the Count were out. Let me tell you a bit about what I found out over there. It sounded like the last bits of their plan called for using the medium someplace called the Echoing Library. But that aqueduct in the Cloudy Stronghold is blocking the way to the labyrinth. You saw it, right? So what I'm saying is, we need to take a skyship even higher if we want to fly over it. We've already looked into how to do that. All we need is to add a special flame to the gas we got now. It's called the Black Flame. They use it in the Empire too, sounds like. Something the Empire's ancestors handed down. You can get in the windy archives of their territory. I'll fix you up however you need. Just go get that flame. 5,000 and all. And we get experience for that too, and I will level up. Let's give me a point in. How about speed boost? And before we go get the Black Flame, I'm going to call it for the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.